The 37th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community Caricom should have been held in Dominica, but due to a natural disaster which battered the island last year, Guyana indicated its willingness to co-host the conference with the Caricom Secretariat. The meeting has been chaired by the Prime Minister of Dominica. In addressing the gathering, Dr. GONSALVES, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, referred to the opinion in some quarters about Caricom being comatose. Dr. GONSALVES reasoned that despite the weakness and limitations of the integration movement, a lot has been achieved. It was at that point that the St. Vincent leader reminded that Caricom is not a federation, not a unitary state or even a confederation, but rather a community of independent sovereign states.
And at Nassau in 2001, the heads of state and government resolved to establish a community with three central purposes.
Dr. GONSALVES said many who are critical of the movement will reply in the negative if asked whether they prefer a federation.
If you ask them, should we have a single currency, they would laugh. If we should have a common currency, they would say no. Clearly, there are things which we still need to do to deepen the integration process. But let us not put on sackcloth and ashes and simply denounce all our immense achievements over the last many years.
He told of a need to work harder and smarter across the region.
And rather than look to the politicians for miracles, what we should do is that when we go to work, we must produce. We must not allow the workplace to become a war zone.
In his inaugural presentation, Jamaica's new Prime Minister, Andrew HOLNESS, told of how the region can boast of much since the establishment of CARICOM. Positive achievements in foreign policy, functional cooperation, including health, education, disaster mitigation, ICT are just a few of the achievements, the Prime Minister added.
The University of the West Indies and CXC are excellent examples of what regional cooperation can and has achieved. However, I'm sure you'll all agree that much more could have been accomplished. And there is still much more to do.
He told too that realistically it must be agreed that there are difficulties and challenges in implementing important decisions. Even so, he added that CARICOM remains a well-respected bloc. The issues facing some Jamaicans entering Trinidad was also briefly highlighted. Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.